9 things that you think are healthy that I really want you to cut out.
Hey Jillian, 9 out of 10 dietitians agree that you should shut up. This is diet culture at its finest, and it hurts people. At its core, diet culture is a standard for health whose bar continues to get pushed farther and farther and farther out of reach. And the people who push diet culture use fear to keep people chasing after it, right? So if you're not perfectly following the rules, then you're destroying your health. And no matter how much effort you put in and how many healthy behaviors you adopt, there's still always more that you could do, and you're still not doing it right.
Kombucha. Guys, it's a soda. I know you know it's a soda. It has a ton of calories and a ton of sugar.
It's not good enough to choose lower sugar beverage alternatives. Ideally, it should be water.
So I want you to add berries. If you can, organic. If you can't, honestly, don't do the berries.
It's not good enough to eat berries because they have to be organic, they can't be dried, and they can't be blended.
Healthy foods that are in plastic, like cans, that have the BPA lining or even other types of lining that aren't BPA but are still toxic. We think it's really good for us, but we end up getting all of these chemicals.
It's not good enough to choose convenient, healthy product alternatives because ideally nothing you eat should ever touch a package.
So this is why you want things like early harvest olive oil, because it has more nutrients and antioxidants.
It's not good enough to use olive oil. It should be early harvest olive oil,
Which is an acai bowl. Holy mother of God. Why don't you have an ice cream sundae?
Nothing can have calories or sugar in it ever, because if it does, then it might as well be the worst possible junk food she can think of.
There's got to be 1,000 calories in that thing, and it's like pure sugar. A ton of sugar and a ton of calories. As many calories and as much sugar as a soda. These smoothies also are like 1,000 calories. My God, it's got so much sugar in it.
It's not good enough to have salmon. It's got to be wild-caught salmon.
If it's farmed, honestly, it's crap. Now, if you're saying, well, Jill, it's farm salmon or it's McDonald's drive-thru, okay, well, you're giving me terrible, bad. But if you give me wild salmon, it's great. So just remember, everything's on a continuum.
Lady, if your idea of a continuum is terrible, bad, or great, I'm sorry, that's not a continuum. Here's the problem. For people who are trying to be healthy, this view of what health is doesn't leave any room for variation in somebody's needs, preferences, and access. And the way she's putting it, if you can't follow this very specific prescription of health, then you might as well not even try. You don't like these foods? Well, fuck you, choke it down. You don't have time to cook everything from scratch to avoid packaging? Well, fuck you. If you cared more, you'd do it. You're not filthy rich? Then fuck you. Poor people suck and you should work harder. I mean, some of the swaps that she's making in this video are massively more expensive and are not accessible to most people. So don't listen to this, because I bet you anything she can't produce a shred of evidence that proves that eating these foods that she's vilifying actually, in a free living population, results in worse health outcomes. Do what you can, and in a way that you enjoy, that you can sustain, and that you can afford. And know that anything that you can do is helping. And have a great day.